What's up, my comic comrades? Today we're jumping back into Donny Cates' Thor title, where we're going to see the return of Throg, the Frog of Thunder, at the beginning of the 5-part God of Hammer story arc. Last we left off in issue 17, Mjolnir had been stolen from Avengers headquarters, after Thor left the hammer with Captain America. Needless to say, Thor is pretty pissed off, and issues 18 and 19 deal with Thor searching for his hammer. So let's see where things go from here. Issue 18 starts off with Thor at the end of a table talking to someone saying, "Please, it is not a word I use often. Perhaps I should more. I have been arrogant, cruel. I hear what the others say about me. The black reign of the Thunder King. I hear it all. That since I have taken the throne, only misery has followed." He goes on to say how people have just been saying he's unfit and unworthy to be king, but ends up saying, "Mjolnir has been stolen. I know not by who or by what. Stolen from under the eyes of the mighty Avengers themselves. Not even the eternal gaze of Sif can find it. I fear it is lost. I fear it is in the hands of evil. Will you help me? Will you help me find Mjolnir?" As we see he's talking to Loki on the next page. Loki, while commenting on the red wine he's drinking from Midgard, says, "Right, the business with Mjolnir. Absolutely the hell not." Thor, shocked, says, "Brother, I am asking you for help." Loki then tells him, "Yes, and if I recall, the last time I helped you, I was nearly broken in two by your friend, the Good Doctor," referring to Donald Blake from Thor issues 9 through 14, continuing to say, "I'm afraid the favors have since run dry." Thor then sits up saying, "This is different. I am no longer running from my duties as king. It is the very reason I have come to you. I cannot leave Asgard. I am needed here. Loki, you are the only person I can trust." He replies, "Thor, there was a time when I would have raised entire galaxies to hear those words from you, but I am afraid that was a long time ago, brother. And it's also a lie. You have scores of allies you could trust. Captain America, Beta Ray Bill, Sif, Mother, so please do not condescend to me. You do not need a trusted ally, you need a spy, and I am quite out of that game. I am king now as well, brother, and as king my priorities are with Jotunheim, with my kingdom, as yours should be." Loki then says, "I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous, Thor. What did you expect? I'm famous, I can't be a spy, but you need someone who could slip in unnoticed, with a vast whisper network that can be, wait, no, wait, yes, that might, damn you, well played. Pour me a drink, I'm plotting," as we're taken deep into the sweltering boggy marshland of Midgard, the kingdom known as Forever Glade. Then on the next page we see the ruler, Throg, Frog of Thunder, who is telling his fellow amphibians and insect friends about the battle him and Thor just won against a pretender known as Donald Blake. While Throg is talking to his people, Thor teleports in saying, "I hope I have not interrupted anything." Later, we see Thor and Throg talking in private, with Thor pretty much giving Throg the same speech he gave to Loki, saying, "Please, it is not a word I use often. Perhaps I should more. I have been arrogant." But while Thor is talking, Throg uses his tongue to catch a fly and says, "Thor, my pardon for the interruption. But you need not continue. Mjolnir has been stolen. You need me to find it for you. Is that about the size of it?" Thor responds, "You know. No one knows. How is this possible?" He replies, "Throg knows everything. You have come to the right place. Now I'll need a team," as he takes a sip from his glass and slams it down on the table. Throg then tells Thor, "First off, I need unfettered access across the 10 realms. If I'm to do this right, no stone must be left unturned. The Ravens Fusion and Munion will do nicely. They will ferry across fields we dare not know." Throg continues to say, "From there, I need a tracker, someone with a nose for these kinds of things. Luckily for you, I know quite a good bloodhound," as he recruits Lockjaw. Throg then says, "We'll be heading into dark and dangerous unknown waters. For this, I will need a scout." That's where Lockheed the Blackened comes in. After that, he finally goes to Doctor Strange's sanctum, where he says, for a team of spies, who better suited than a ghost? As he recruits Bats, Doctor Strange's ghost dog. Thor then says, "I see you've given this some thought. Very well then, you have my blessing. Go assemble your team of spies." Throg then tells him, "Oh Thor, I assembled them 4 days ago. And one more thing. We may be spies, but when we are joined, you will refer to us as Avengers," as we get a group shot of them. And with that, issue 18 comes to an end. So let's jump into issue 19. Issue 19 picks up with captions saying, "First there were Titans, the Elder Gods, the Ancient Gods, the Black Winter, the God Tempest, the King in Black, the Phoenix, the Dark Light, the Blood, the Fire. And oh how they raged," as we see them literally hitting each other with planets. Captions continue to say, "And born from the forge of that rage, annihilation," as we see a meteor destroy the dinosaurs. More captions continue to say, "But then, as it always has, the grand cosmic wheel turned again, ever churning, ever grinding against the glided mill of eternity. As the seas of the Titanic rage, 1 billion years gone, begin ever so slowly to blossom. And on the cycle goes, fire, gods, rage, annihilation, and then born from entropy, eternity, as we see the dwarves and Odin create Mjolnir." Captions continue to say, as we get a double page spread of Jane Foster Thor, "But in the world of gods and titans, as we all well know, Not even eternity can last forever. Recently, on the eve of the War of the Realms, the mighty Thor, Jane Foster, faced down the unstoppable Mangog. She threw the great dark beast into the sun, where Mjolnir the Smasher was destroyed. But before long, once again from the fury of Titans, fire reigned. And now born from that fire once more, rage. As we see Thor walking on the Bifrost with a battle axe. Thor then walks towards Sif saying, "Someone has stolen my hammer. Point me to them, Sif." She responds, "I see nothing, King." He then asks, "How is that possible?" She then tells Thor, respectfully, "Someone this powerful who defies even my eyes, who could steal Mjolnir. Thor, you are a king. You have a master of war for this very reason. And Bill is back now, so let him do his job. You are meant to reign." Thor then tells her, "There is a book, a great tomb of kings, in its pages hidden from all but the rightful king of Asgard. Within its pages it tells of the past, of my father and my grandfather before him, of the titans that formed this realm and all the rest. And it also speaks of a prophecy, of things to come. I have been reading it for days. I have not slept or eaten. It speaks of a great storm, the likes of which we have never seen, brought forth by Mjolnir, wielded by a being known as the God of Hammers. The book says this being will kill the golden king of Asgard, and his soul will be trapped in the fire forevermore. I will not let this book tell me how to die. I forbid it." She responds, "Thor, I had no idea." He says, "How could you?" He then tells her, "Now, if you are true and there are things here that require attention, go pay attention to them. For if you cannot see what I need you to see, perhaps your eyes are better cast of business, not my own." She says, "Thor, you are not yourself." He then tells her, "Do I need to relieve you of your sword?" She says, "No, my king," as he teleports to a remnant of a long-lost civilization, known as the Gauntlet, the Black Hand, the Pit, the center of organized combat in all of the universe. We then see Odin is there fighting a beast, and mid-fight, Thor shows up to stop the beast from swinging a sword at Odin, saying, "Stay away from my father." Thor then looks at Odin saying, "Should I even ask?" He replies, "Your damn sister. She left me here." Thor replies, "Oh, Angela. Yes, that tracks." Thor then picks Odin up saying, "I need your help." He responds, "Mjolnir has been stolen. Yes, I'm aware. Everyone is." Thor then asks, "So you were planning on coming to my aid?" And Odin just looks at him saying, "You made it very clear where we stand, boy. Why would I? Behind you." Thor then says, "Of course," and turns around, cutting the arm off the beast that was attacking him. Thor then tells his dad, "There, I've cleaned up your mess. Again, now will you help me with mine?" On the next page, we see Odin has taken his son to Nidavellir, where the dwarves have forged Mjolnir and all the great weapons of the universe. Thor then says, "I am not in need of a weapon forge. I need my hammer returned before it falls into wrong hands." Odin says the dwarves here can track their creations across the stars. Each weapon they cast is imbued with a small part of their very souls. They bleed for their work, boy. Thor then says, "Father." Odin replies, "I see it as well," as they gaze upon the forge, which was clearly just attacked. Odin then says, "There's war in the forge," but Thor says, "This is no war, father." And as they look around, Odin agrees, saying, "You're right, boy. This was not a war. This was a slaughter." And as they go inside, they see all the dwarves have been killed as well. They also see the forge has been shattered, with Thor asking, "How?" Odin replies, "Look at them. Look at their bodies and how they've been crushed. You wielded it for eons now. If anyone knows, it would be you. You must see it." Thor replies, "I see it. They were killed by a hammer, by Mjolnir." And with that, the issue ends. Man, guys, Donny Cates keeps hitting it out of the park with this Thor series. After almost 2 years, it continues to be one of my favorite monthly titles, and these 2 issues prove why yet again. It's just so compelling with fun writing and great mysteries and threats. I love it. But now, what do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments. And that's going to bring today's episode to a close. But if you like today's Thor's episode, check out this one right here. And if you like all of our content, subscribe, like, and comment. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.